boasts 2 World Heritage Sites, including beautiful Westlake. But it is also a thriving modern metropolis and renowned as one of the top financial centres in the world. How fitting that this city is hosting the richest ever tournament in badminton history, with $2.5 million in prize money. It's been a journey of 30 World Tour tournaments stretching right across the globe, all culminating here at the end-of-year finale. Welcome to the magnificent Hangzhou Olympic Sports Centre Gymnasium for the second session on semi-finals day at the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals. And the World Tour Finals trophy is brought into the arena this evening by Chen, a representative from the local organising committee. So after 3 days of group play, no more second chances, as we're now into the knockout stage. And we have a terrific lineup for you this evening. We're going to be starting with women's doubles, and it's the Olympic bronze medalists against the Olympic gold medalists. Matsuyama and Shida up against Chen and Yifan, the defending and 4-time winners of this event. Then it's the first of the men's doubles, and Gosi Fei and Noor Izzuddin, winners of 3 World Tour titles this year at 3 different levels. They're up against Alfian and Ardianto, the former world #1s, in a 3rd consecutive semi-final at this event. Then it's the first of the men's singles, and the ever-youthful 34-year-old Chen of Chinese Taipei up against the current world #1, Xi, winner of this event 6 years ago, looking to reach a 3rd final at the end-of-year championships. Then it's the second of the men's doubles, and the #1 seeds Astrup and Rasmussen, the World Championship silver medalists, trying to become the first Danes in the men's doubles final for 12 years. They're up against Gautama and Isfahani, and the question is, can the fairy tale rise to stardom continue for the pair who were ranked just 48 in the world at the beginning of this year? Then we finish with the second of the men's singles, European champion against the Asian champion. #1 seed Anders Antonsen, who's in great form, having won his last 2 tournaments, is up against the All England champion, Jonathan Christie. So with our first semi-final in this evening's session being women's doubles, a chance for us to look at the semi-final draw. 2 pairs at semi-final stage from China, and 3 of the 4 pairs have been ranked #1 in the world. Well, there was a big upset in the first of the semi-finals because the current world #1s, Liu Shenshu and Tang Ning, are beaten by last year's beaten finalists, Bai Ka-na and Li So-hee. Well, will it be a repeat of last year's final? Because last year's champions, Chen and Yifan, are indeed in our next match, the second of the women's doubles semi-finals. I'm Jill Clark, delighted to say that sitting alongside me, former Danish head coach Stine Pedersen. And when you look at the quality of the players we've got at semi-final stage right across all 5 disciplines, we know we're in for a treat on semi-finals evening.
Yeah, that's exactly how the World Tour Finals should play out, and yeah, we've got a fair share of surprises, so totally impossible to predict what's going to happen.
No, indeed, and I guess one of the biggest surprises, of course, is the rise to stardom that I was mentioning of Gautama and Isfahani. It's quite extraordinary that they're in the semi-final of the World Tour Finals. They couldn't even get in to the Super 1000s and 750 events at the beginning of the year because their ranking simply wasn't high enough. Extraordinary. But as far as our first match is concerned, well, when you have the Olympic bronze medalists playing against the Olympic gold medalists, well, you know, it's a very tough lineup indeed. Of course, Chen is playing her first tournament since winning Olympic gold in Paris, and that was over 4 months ago. Well, the first match she played on Wednesday, the first of the group matches, the first half a dozen points or so, I thought that she was perhaps struggling a little bit with her movement. That would be understandable, but quite frankly, she's got better and better as the tournament has progressed. The fans here at the Olympic Sports Centre Gymnasium being treated to a spectacular light show to get everybody fired up, ready for this evening's semi-final session. Well, as far as the defending champions are concerned, Chen and Jia Yifan, they didn't actually qualify by right. They were invited to the World Tour finals because they're reigning Olympic champions. Matsuyama and Shida against Chen and Jia Yifan, our first semi-final on the second session here at the HSBC BWF World Tour finals. So coming into the arena first is the Japanese pair of Naomi Matsuyama and Chiharu Shida. Lost in the Olympic semi-final to Wu Shengshu and Tang Ning, who we've seen have already lost in the first semi-final, and then won the bronze medal playoff match against Pearly Tan and Tina Muralitharan. But what can one say about this pair of Chen and Jia Yifan? 4 times winners of this event, the reigning Olympic champions, the reigning world champions, in fact 4-time world champions, 2-time Asian Games gold medalists, All England champions back in 2019, and twice Asian champions as well. Their list of achievements, quite frankly, is staggering. And as far as these two pairs are concerned, this will be an 18th meeting between these two pairs.
Red, black for you.
Of course, the last time
it's a black. Decide
that they met,
who will receive.
In fact, the last 9 times that they met, it has been Chen and Jia Yifan who have won. So the toss of the coin, and Steen, help us out. I wasn't able to hear who won and what was said.
The Olympic champions won the coin toss and elected to start on the near side here.
So this is Naomi Matsuyama, 26 years of age, from Fukuoka Prefecture on the island of Kyushu, the most southern of the 4 main islands that make up Japan. Have been as high as 2 on the world ranking, 28 consecutive weeks from the beginning of November 2022. Chiharu Shida is a year older, at the age of 27, from Akita, and she's slightly shorter than her partner at 5'4". Been in 3 finals this year, the French Open, the All England Championships and the Singapore Open. So all 3 finals that they've been in have been 750 or higher level. Now, these were the group matches. On Wednesday, they beat Pearly Tan and Tina Muralitharan in a repeat of the Olympic bronze medal match. Then they lost to the #1 seeds, Lu Xiangshu and Tang Ning. And on Friday, yesterday, beat Jolly and Pullela of India. So to Chen, who is 27 years of age. In fact, they're both 27 years of age. She's from Meizhou in eastern Guangdong province. In fact, there's only 6 days difference between the 2 players. Jia Yifan, the younger, by 6 days. Their world ranking has dropped to #3 because they haven't played as a partnership since the Olympic final. But they have spent 200 weeks as world #1s. And they today are looking to reach a 5th final of the year, a 4th at World Tour level. They won the French Open, they won the Singapore Open, and they lost in the final of the Indonesia Super 1000 event. Add to that, of course, their final in the Olympic Games. And as you saw, all 3 matches in the group won in 2 straight games, beating the number 2 seeds Iwanaga and Nakanishi, and also the pair that awaits in the final, Baekar and Lee So-hee. Iris Menspalu of Estonia is our umpire for this one, and Yasan Sairali of Mauritius is the service judge. So we wait for the umpire to call for play to get underway as we look at the Chinese coach, Tao Jiaming. He was a wonderful mixed doubles player.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Chen and Jia Yifang, China. And on my left, Nami Matsuyama and Shida, Japan. Jia Yifang to serve to Shida. Love all. Play.
So the defending champions and 4-time winners, Chen and Jia Yifan, nearest to us, the left and right-handers, up against Nami Matsuyama and Shida. Oh, my goodness me. Well, a lucky net cord, and somehow Matsuyama got back the net cord. What drama in the first rally. Look at this. How did she get that back? What a wonderful drop shot from Chen. So, Steen, of course, the obvious question is, when a pair has lost 9 consecutive matches against their opponents, what have they got to do differently to turn things around? They've got to do something differently.
Yeah. You try and find some hope and belief in either your practice or some of the previous matches and so on. Hopefully they've been practicing well, Matsuyama and Shida. But also, if I were their coach, I would point to the fact that they were in a winning position in the pre-Olympics. In the French Open, they had 5 match points in March, leading 20-15 in the decider. After a strong comeback, they were down 10-3 in the second game and had lost the first. So they can come back, and it's just small tweaks compared to that. The way I see it, it's a little bit about luck when you miss 5 match points. That's not so often you do that. So they could have just as well won it. And I think they were in good shape at that time.
Yeah.
So leading up to the Olympics, but didn't get the job done in French, didn't get the job done in All England or the final of Singapore Open. So it's there somewhere, and small things, I don't know exactly what small things they could tweak, but it's there. Perhaps consistency and sort of self-picture is some of the important things.
Well, I suppose one of the things you talked about, you know, they've got to have belief, and I think one of the things they could get belief from is the fact that Chen hasn't played competitive badminton for so long.
Exactly.
And we've seen in previous matches, when there's long, hard rallies, she's puffing like a steam train.
And they're standing bent over after these long rallies.
And the Japanese pair won't mind playing long rallies at all.
No. But that's what I don't like. Did you see the antics of Shida after she made that error there? And I think sometimes they get too emotional. Look at that. no, I made a mistake. Oh, I shouldn't do that and stuff like that. So I think sometimes they get too emotional and think too much about how they interact and feel instead of keeping an eye on their opponents and look at the cues that they're given.
Yes, because of course, if your opponents see that you're frustrated, they get encouragement from that.
That's the first thing you look at as a coach, is which player is looking the most frustrated. Who can we attack? And the worst thing is if you see your opponent and they make a mistake and you cannot see it on their face. They just go about their business as if nothing happened.
Yeah. Now, I like that drive defense from Chiharu Shida. If you remember back to the final of the Indonesian Open, when Chen and Jia Yifan were beaten by the pair who's already in the final, Lee So-hee and Baekar Na, it was the drive defense, it was the positive defense that I thought was the deciding factor in favor of the Koreans.
And I think it should be played the first time they have the chance, because it sort of prevents the structured attack where you get 2-3 chances to look at how the defense is set up, and the front court player gets a chance to look at the returns and how the body is positioned of their opponents. So the moment you make that drive defense early in the rally, that sort of nullifies the attack. Then you can lift again, play a drive defense, nullify once again, and sort of keep your opponent working. Good play.
Yeah, that wasn't really a drive, that was a push to the half
but
court.
that was also
nice.
good.
Yeah. Goes down as an opportunity missed.
Yeah, and again, it's like, okay, then we have to apologize to each other, and we have to clap the hands and stuff like that. And I mean, it's part of the game. You're not going to win every single rally. There is going to be mistakes, so accept it and have a game face on and on to the next rally, especially here in the beginning. That was the right play. They were playing a great rally from a Japanese perspective. So just keep on going. Gosh, Shida's working hard in this rally. That's short. Oh. Missed opportunity from Jia Yifan. I think there's a couple of things the Japanese should pay attention to, and that is when Chen is at the backcourt, they need to step forward 1 foot or so they're a little bit quicker on the drop shots. She's going to play more drop shots, and her attack is not as strong as Jia Yifan's. So they should look up for those drop shots. And when they get the attack themselves, I think they should use a lot of cross-court, cross-body smashes. We've seen that that is the shot that opens up women's doubles defense.
Oh, dear me. Well, both the Japanese players made a service error.
7-8.
Kai Nakashima on the right as we looked at the two coaches.
And that became point 3 on my list. Don't play too many low serves. We might as well flick.
And that, I know it wasn't Chen at the back of the court, but that proves your point about needing to stand up on the defense.
Yeah. We have a little bit slow playing conditions. It's not that there isn't any drift. There is, but we have a little bit slow playing conditions, so the smashes are not as fierce as in arenas where we play with really fast shuttles. See, 2 flick serves. Didn't really hurt the Chinese.
Now, you wanted to see cross-court angles, but she missed on that occasion. But are you happy to see that?
Not on that occasion, because I don't think she was in the position to play it, and it was not sort of in line with what the front court player was doing. The front court player was still standing at the middle. So you have to be in a really good position, and I don't think the Japanese, the chances that they can capitalize on, they don't occur early in the rallies.
You're a hard man to please, aren't
yes.
you?
But it's a very good pair they are trying to beat, and so the game plan is complicated.
Now, that's the sort of lift that I don't like to see from Shida. They got the Chinese pair under pressure and didn't capitalize.
That's what I call a feeder lift.
Lovely. Now that was better, standing her ground on the fence. Matsuyama, what a rally. To be the longest rally so far, surely.
I disagree on the lift from Matsuyama there. I would like the Japanese pair to, when they can, lift to the forehand side of Chen and the backhand side of Jia Yifan. That corner there.
Brilliant. What a rally.
Super play. Both Chinese players bend over, forward.
Yeah, we're not seeing it, but they bent double.
Yeah.
And that was my point a little earlier. Questioning the fitness levels, especially of Chen. Look at her. Look at her. That hurt. Now the umpire urging her to play 101 shots.
And now flick if Japanese just flick.
Out wide, down the middle? Neither.
No. Super by Chen.
nice drop. Brilliant defence. Oh, there's a challenge there. I thought that landed in. She was awfully confident about leaving it. Shida seems to have a problem with her right knee. Plumb on the line. Good challenge.
Correction. In. Service over.
And the
10.
one of the two Japanese coaches, I think it's Yuichi Ikeda, has run off from the coaching chair, so he's probably going to get some strapping to apply here at the interval.
Right into the hitting zone of the left-hander, and it got what it deserved. And it is the defending champions who have the 1-point advantage at the mid-game interval here in this opening game. But right into her hitting zone.
Play.
So 11-10 in favour of Chen and Jia Yifan. Well, the coach didn't get back on court in time with medical bandages or cold spray or whatever he was off to get. Good smash in between the two Chinese players. Just wide.
Yeah, and that's why I said earlier that if I were the Japanese, then I would try and move the Chinese attack to the right-hand side of the court as we look at it. I feel they're much more dangerous when they attack from their left-hand side, Chen and Jia.
self-esteem, but it was when we had the Badminton Festival in Bali. We had 3 tournaments in 3 weeks, and this Japanese pair, I thought, really came to the fore, and we all started to notice them as a pair that potentially could challenge at any tournament. They were in 3 finals in 3 weeks, and of course culminated in the World Tour finals in Bali, which they actually lost to Kim and Kong. But I thought it was that 3 weeks that they stamped their mark on world badminton.
I don't recall it that specifically. I wasn't there for the first 2. I was there for the last one, but I've seen them, and they were, at that time, they were probably the fastest moving women's double in the world, and very dynamic and exciting.
Yeah. Of course, there was no Chinese players.
No. Oi.
Oh dear, sure.
We've seen some slips throughout the week here.
Yeah. Yeah, the Chinese players weren't allowed to travel at the time.
No.
When we were trying to come out of COVID restrictions. But Matsuyama and Shida won both the Indonesia Masters and the Indonesia Open, and then lost in the final of the World Tour finals. Oh, it was a magnificent 3 weeks for them.
Yeah. Too much time.
So the lift too high.
Yeah. Look at the body language again.
14-13.
To me, it tells me that they're sort of attaching too many negative emotions when they make mistakes.
Somebody ought to tell them about the late Vitas Gerulaitis, who lost to Jimmy Connors in men's singles tennis.
Yeah?
I think it was 16 consecutive times.
Wow.
And he finally beat him on the 17th meeting. And the media said, well, what did you do differently this time? And he sat in the conference and he said, nobody beats Vitas Gerulaitis 17 times on the trot.
Yeah.
Nobody, they should be saying to themselves, nobody beats Matsuyama and Shida 10 times on the trot. Three straight points from the Chinese pair.
Now the crossbody, yes.
That's good retrieving by the Olympic champion.
Yeah, it is. Good choice.
Got in each other's way, but still able to play the winner.
Yeah.
4 straight points for the 4-time champions. That could have been dangerous. Wow, look at those images. Amazing.
That's a sign they read the game similar.
Yes. Missed it.
Service over. 40-16.
Oh, that's a much better defensive shot. Matsuyama. Yeah.
15, 16.
I think they may be discussing exactly what you've been talking about, because Shida looked to be, by her gestures, saying something about the cross court there, or across the body.
Yeah. And even more efficient when the Chinese are playing with the forehand into the middle of the court when Jia Fan is standing in the right-hand side. This is the best defensive position for the Chinese.
Missed another, Chen. You know, one thing, I mean, we've been talking all week, Steen, about the slight drift in the arena.
Yeah.
And the shuttle is playing faster, or certainly has been, going towards the far side of the court as we look down during the rallies.
That's right.
How many of you have seen the Japanese pair leave at the back of the court?
No.
Exactly. So either the drift's changed, or
They've got extremely good control, or the Japanese are playing on the entire rectangle.
and playing shots that, in all probability, are going out. That's well taken.
17, 16.
There's a super setup there, the flat drive from Shida. Look at that. No way Jia Fan can intercept with a forehand, and it goes down the backhand side of Chen.
So the 4 straight points for the Chinese pair answered with 4 straight points for the Japanese pair. Oh, that's a wonderful lift after a net cord.
17, all.
Crucial couple of rallies right now.
No, that's the wrong play. Ooh. They survived. Matsuyama and Shida.
Yeah, there's one I think may have been going out.
String's gone.
Amazing. Didn't like that movement from Shida. Brilliant. Key. Oh, she's broken another string. Goodness me, broke 2 rackets in one rally. But the key there, Steen, on the last shot is taking it early.
Yes. There was an incident in the mixed double earlier today where Changji's racket was broken, and Toe gave him hers, tried to run off, but before she came back, he'd already won the rally. Or actually, their opponents had made a mistake. That was brilliant by
Yeah, it was
Chen and
quite.
Toe.
Yeah, it was quite extraordinary.
Wait, dangerous. Super dangerous. Good defense by the Japanese.
Nice drop. Oh, she read it.
Yeah,
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant anticipation from Chiharu Shida. Two-point advantage and 2 points away from the opening game for the former world number twos, Matsuyama and Shida.
Good save by the Chinese.
Oh, she just missed it. That was wide by a whisker. 18-19. No, I like the attempted shot there.
Yeah, me too. I would like it even more if they could change the position of the two Chinese so it was Jia Yifan who was in that right-hand side, because it's much more difficult to change and reply with the backhand on those cross-court smashes. Super interception by Jia Yifan.
Well, I don't think that was intended to be left. I don't think they could get the rackets to it anyway.
No.
But a second challenge here from the Japanese pair. They were right the first time they challenged.
I don't think they're right this time. I think it's Welling. Well, it was closer than I thought.
Yes. So 19 all. This next rally to decide who has the game point.
And it's in these situations that you have to excel if you want to challenge the Olympic champions. The drive defense have totally disappeared from the Japanese game.
Yeah, frustration showing once again from the Japanese pair with the error on the drop shot from Nami Matsuyama. And the game point opportunity is for the defending champions, Chen and Jia Yifan.
Way too much time.
No, they both left it for the other. Well, almost celebrating as if she'd won the game.
Yeah.
Shida. And once again, look at Chen. Xiaoming looking a little bit concerned. 20 all and extra points required until it's a clear 2-point winning margin.
What a rally.
This is amazing.
This is super quality, except for that last shot there. But what a shot from Chen. Staying in it. Maybe she's not staying in it after all. Maybe she's leaving. But the toughness to keep on playing quality shots. And I mean, she's getting more and more tired. Knows that she probably is the one who has the least stamina of the 4 players on court, but just keep on going. Do not give in.
Second game point opportunity for the defending champions. It's wide. Oh, they're challenging.
Yeah, it's worth a challenge. If they're not right, then it gives some breathing time for specifically Chen. One of the situations where there's some options for the Japanese is that if they have Jia Yifan, let's see,
Clearly out.
when they have Jia Yifan in her forehand side and she's not attacking, when they can move her to her backhand side, and she's a little bit late on it with small steps, then it's very, very often the drop shots that's coming. They could make a move on that.
Good interception. Very good interception. And having just saved 2 game point opportunities, now the Japanese pair have a game point themselves. Good return.
Good play by Shida. Oh, the rally again.
Yeah.
Super high quality.
And the opening game goes to the Olympic bronze medalists. Matsuyama and Shida are against the Olympic gold medalists. Well, we had an upset in the first of the women's doubles semi-finals. Are we going to see another here? What a terrific opening game. 40 minutes for the first game. Absolutely brilliant.
Get ready. Players, on pause.
We've had fabulous crowds here all week.
We have, but it's extraordinary here in this evening session.
Second game.
It's almost
Level.
entirely full, the stadium.
Yeah.
Play.
So one game to the goods. Naomi Matsuyama and Chiharu Shida against the Olympic gold medalists.
Feeling that it was a must-win the first game for Matsuyama and Shida. It was Chen and Ja who chose ends, and I think they feel that they now play the better end in terms of controlling the lifts and the play to the backcourt area.
Oh, it was the right idea. Chen hadn't moved from the back of the court.
She was marooned back there. But also given the strapping that was applied to Chiharu Shida's knee during the interval, I think it was important for the Japanese that they don't have to start all over, and that Chen still has at least 2 games to go here.
If they're to win.
If they're to win. So they're only 2 points closer than they were 40 minutes ago.
That's a
There's
good
the
shot.
chance.
didn't capitalise.
No.
Well, you were telling me earlier in the week, Stephen, that Chen is not entered into the World Tour events in January,
No.
the Malaysian Open and India Open. There's been no statement as to whether she's going to continue to play or whether this is her swan song.
No. Probably hasn't decided yet. Maybe want to play this tournament and feel whether it still motivates her.
How on earth did Shida get that back? And then the Japanese pair win the rally. Of all people, you would have expected to play the winner there. It's Chen.
The mixed double, the former mixed doubles player.
Of course, she's won 2 World Tour finals in mixed doubles. She's won 6 titles in total at the end of year championships, which is a record in the Super Series and World Tour era, of course. No, she's pushed that wide.
I don't like those plays, soft plays to the mid-court area. I think more often than not they get in trouble. Shida and Matsuyama, I simply think Chen and Ja, they're too good. They don't make blunders in those situations.
Service over, 2-4.
Yeah, I think with the Japanese pair, the player on the front courts has got to be more proactive, as they were in that rally.
Yeah.
Got to hunt the shuttle more.
Wait. It's a loose serve. Beautiful defense from Chen.
There's the drive defense again.
Yeah, exactly, because there's a lot of points to be won in the transition phase. If you're proactive, if you're ready with the racket. That big miss from Chen really halted the start to this second game for Chen and Ja. They were about to go 4-0 up. Play the flat drive through the backhand of Jaifan. That's one. There's nothing Chen and Ja can do about that. Instead, Chen is given 3, 4, 5 chances to sort of look up, figure out who's covering what on the Japanese side. And again, extreme touch in the drop shots. That's at least something that hasn't really declined at all.
Oh, she did well there.
Yeah, but I like the defense from Chen and
Yeah.
trying to score an easy point there. There's the crossbody.
5-4.
Yeah. Is working the rally to be able to play the winner from the front of the court rather than expecting to play a winner from the back.
Yes. And that was one of the thoughts I had in the opening game. How are the Japanese contemplating winning their points? Step forward. Chen is not dangerous from the backcourt area there. Only if they play too short. That's too short. Super play.
Yeah.
And obviously we're talking a lot about what the Japanese should do. That's of course because they're down 0-9 in the last 9 encounters. So that's the interesting thing to see. Can they actually do something against the Olympic champions?
Well, 6 of the last 7 points, Steen.
Yeah.
Is certainly not a bad start, is it? Recording their first win in 10 encounters. The last 10 encounters. There's a shocking serve again.
Drop it. You can anticipate the drop shots from Jia Yifan when she takes small steps towards her backhand side and has little time. It's a drop shot.
In poker, they call it the tell.
Yeah, there's a tell. And the only dangerous thing is if she suddenly decides to attack. If she clears, well, you can easily get to it. Just clear back. I think Chen should hit a lot more straight when she's in her backhand side.
Brilliant. That is amazing from Matsuyama.
8-6.
Full stretch there, follows forward, and alert to the return. Very, very good play.
Chen, ready?
Nice.
Good play. Oi.
That's where hunting the shuttle makes such a difference.
And that's why it is also super important to preserve self-confidence and not be so harsh when you miss one shot. And she has the game reading skills now in Matsuyama, especially on the front court.
Nice. She has played that cross-court block from her forehand defence so well this week, Chen Cheng. Beautiful.
Let.
Oi. That came really quick.
Yeah. And Shida wasn't ready.
Let. I said let.
Well, the umpire's calling the lets, even though Shida has not asked for it. It was quick, wasn't it, Steve?
Yeah. Good play. Super play.
Yeah, that's found the line too.
10-8.
Error on the return of the flick serve. And it means that Matsuyama and Shida a game and 11-8 up here at the big game interval of the second game. Well, they first won the end-of-year championships, Chen and JPN, 8 years ago. And considering they're both only 27 years of age, they won it as teenagers. And it's not often I ask you this, Steve, because this Chinese pair are so good.
Yeah.
And have been so dominant and wonderful for so many years. But what do they need to do now to turn this around?
I think they need to attack the inner right tram line a bit more, especially when they have the attack in the other side. And then the front court player needs to be more active when they have the attack in the now left-hand side, as we look down at it. When Chen is in her forehand side, then there's quite open for the flat attacks in the flat defensive drives, beg your pardon. Then I would also emphasize on putting the shuttle below the tape to Chiharu Shida, a bit away from the net if possible. Here I would try and play it below the tape to the white service line.
Yeah.
That's very nice from JPN, even though it wasn't exactly the situation, but she covered her backhand side. That has been quite open space for the Japanese so far. That was good, and that could help the Chinese. Perhaps also vary their attacks a little bit more, have a little bit quicker racket action. It seems like power is not gonna do the trick unless they get really close to the net mid-court area. So keep on attacking. No.
Lovely block.
Excellent. Super play by the Japanese.
Schwartz.
Oi, that's brilliant.
And they've opened up a 5-point cushion. Look where she's hitting that from.
Yeah.
Barely half court. loose serve got what it deserved. Yeah, she's been struggling with her low serve, Matsuyama.
Yeah. Good defense.
Yeah.
That's super. That's exactly what they can exploit, the Japanese pair. They know that if they hit Chen in the forehand side, there either it's going to be a flat straight or a cross block. So the front court player covers the cross, and the smasher goes for the flat drive if that's the one she's playing. What a drop shot. Fantastic.
Nice. Oh my goodness me. Both went for it, then both left it. Lack of communication. Oh, that's well finished off. Very steep smash there from Matsuyama.
They're getting some good attacking opportunities, Matsuyama and Shida, at the moment. I think perhaps Chen and Ja need to consider lifting before they're forced to lift. Playing up against the drift, and if they're a little bit off balance, then it's difficult to get the right length on the lift.
Nice block.
17-11.
Well, if the Olympic champions are to equal 3 consecutive women's doubles titles, a record currently held by Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang, they need to up their games right now. And that's a good start.
12-17.
Amazing. Lucky net cord, the drop from the back of the court from Chen. And her reaction as if it's an everyday occurrence.
There's a big difference between 13-17 and 12-18.
Yeah. Psychologically, of course, you mean, it's a 2-point difference, but I mean, yeah, psychologically. That time, he stayed her side of the court.
13.
Well, it's over 2.5 years ago since the Japanese pair actually beat their opponents of today. But they're 2 points away from their second final at the World Tour Finals. 3 years after they lost the final in Bali. gone wide, and it's match point opportunities.
20, match point 13.
7 opportunities for Matsuyama and Shida after 9 consecutive losses to their opponents. Can they convert? Nice. Brilliant. And Matsuyama and Shida beat the 4-time former champions Chen and Jia Fan in a match lasting 1 hour and 7 minutes. 23-21, 21-13. What a match. And there's a sort of stunned silence from the fans here in Hangzhou. This is the beauty and cruelty of group play, because the 2 women's doubles pairs through to the final ended up second within the 2 groups. Second chances pay dividends for Matsuyama and Shida, and indeed for the other pair in the final, Baekar and Lee So-hee. What a match. Confirmation of the score, 23-21, 21-13. And I do hope it's not the last that we ever see of Chen on the international badminton courts. But their run, having won the last 2 years, comes to an end, and we'll have a new pair on the trophy tomorrow. But next up, we've got the first of the men's doubles semi-finals. It's Grosi Fei and Nur Izzuddin of Malaysia up against Fajar Alfian and Mahanid Riyad Ardianto of Indonesia. Welcome back to the Hangzhou Olympic Sports Centre Gymnasium. Wonderful fans have come all week, and I can tell you it really is cold. No wonder they've all got their big puffer jackets on. Ah, look at that. Start them young, get them enthused with badminton. Wow, that's a good shot. Well, so to our second semi-final of the second session here in Hangzhou, and it's the first of the men's doubles, Go Sifei and Noor Izzudin, a pair that's won 3 World Tour titles already this year, up against the former world number ones, Fajar Alfian and Mohamed Riyad Adianto. Well, as far as the men's doubles draw is concerned, we're guaranteed a new name etched on the trophy because none of the pairs in the semi-finals have won the trophy before, but 2 pairs are from Indonesia and 2 pairs making their first appearance, Gautama and Isfahani, and also one of the pairs we're about to watch, Go Sifei and Noor Izzudin.